Weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Let's go.
Here's Guerrero on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. That touchdown certainly a welcome sight. Remember, they were shut out last week. They talked to us about getting early momentum. Well, here you go in the opening quarter.
Got to rebuild confidence, because when you get shut out, I don't care how strong you are mentally, you've got to take a step back and say, okay, what just happened here? Because nothing that we were doing worked well enough to get into the end zone, and that's a nice confidence-building drive, one that puts it in the end zone to give them an opportunity.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Bridgewater. He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. He's to the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. To throw, Bridgewater. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. Past the 20. 5. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Bridgewater now. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Purdy going to give it to Guerrero. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
You look at this Arizona defense.
They've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
The Niners at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. And they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater.
Pass complete there to Harrison.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. From the gun, Bridgewater. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Bridgewater again. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. 3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. They'll drop to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Second down and 8.
To throw is Bridgewater.
Open man here is Benson.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Two minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They'll try to run for it with Benson.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So on 4th and 1, the decision is, hey, let's take 3, but lo and behold, they'll come away with nothing.
Yeah, it's a disappointing outcome, isn't it? Especially since you know that offense didn't want to come off the field. And now not only do they not get the chance to go for it, they don't get the 3 points either.
Now Purdy.
Connects with Kittle underneath. Touchdown, 49ers. Jaden Reed, 64 yards.
And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Already speed limits out there, and off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Bridgewater to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Michael Wilson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Cardinals get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. Back to throw, Purdy. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Play action. Now Purdy. Rolling to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Purdy will set up to throw it here. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every... They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead, finish up the half, and get on out and talk about it.
Here's Bridgewater. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing, Bridgewater.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go in at the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going. And
that one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A give running left now, Garindo.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. They'll run it with Williams. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Second down and 6 now. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 14. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. Now, I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. The goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Wilson with it, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
Throwing is Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. There he goes left side. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick six, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to.
And now here is another interception. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Trap 60. 18, Pioneer. Hut.
Purdy now to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But these are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hawk 70.
In motion right goes Reed. Here's a tap forward by Richardson.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
19 tight. Ready.
Purdy from the gun.
Flush to his right.
And it is caught.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
2nd and 10.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15.
Here we go.
Handoff here, Guerrero.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. They go play action here, Purdy.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Niners look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Williams. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Now Bridgewater. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Bridgewater.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
First down, Arizona.
Bridgewater now.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. at the 49ers' 26-yard line.
They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Bridgewater. Got a man here. It's Wilson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. To throw, Bridgewater.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they look to finish strong in this 4th quarter, and this is a unit that certainly has turned things. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And now he's got him at a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner, forget starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, it seemed like they were so focused elsewhere they forgot about the tight end spot, and he's the one that burns him there to make this a 3-score game here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
I think there might be a little bit of defensive fatigue from those guys on that side of the ball, partner, because they've been spending their time trying to stop them from all angles. This time the tight end gets them.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
20, Cardinals 20. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Intercepted by the Cardinals. They'll take over first down 10 at the 41-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. That is caught downfield by Harrison. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
To throw is Bridgewater. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. He'll drop to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. We put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal.
To the air again with Bridgewater.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as they'll go for it on fourth and goal. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Riley Moss. And the 49ers are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth and goal. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And checking the timeouts, they do have two defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Flushed out right.
Now this aired out deep for Reed. Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
He's going to try and go deep again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at triple zeros. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Bridgewater. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And again, it's Bridgewater. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Bridgewater to throw it. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Bridgewater again. Eluding the pressure right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player on the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's Bridgewater.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that's that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Let's go now.
Purdy going to get it to Pearson on the RPO. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
So the victory here for San Francisco. Charles, for this